Hello guys, sound design. So today I put all the audio, all the sound that the short film was required. So it's cool, it's working really great, and I'm going to show you how it looks like from the inside. So let's get scared for a little bit. Look at this. It took me like the entire fucking day. Boop. So see this monstrosity. It's fucking crazy. So it took me it took me the entire work day of today, but I had a lot of fun. The first thing that I did is like tracking the first hour of work, and I was like, okay, I'm going to track 1 hour of how much can I do. And in the first hour, the only thing that I did on the first hour was looking for the audios that I was going to put here. So I didn't touch the software at all. I only looked for the audio. So I was like looking. I had audio libraries like for specific special effects. I also look on YouTube or other audios, and then I also use the YouTube Studio library for the music and the background. So I'm going to go act by act, like sequence per sequence, and show you the behind the scenes of all the sound designs, effects that I put it here. Okay, so let's see. Let's go full screen and then we go specifics. Stop until here. I look for very cartoony style type of audio, and I could find all of these little classic sound effects. Quick. And I know nothing about sound design. I know nothing, but in some ways I start to think about this like music. So I start to like to look for audios that contrast each other, so I don't put audios that sounds the same next to each other. For example, here in this one I have like whoop whoop wow. So it's like I try to find that contrast between the sounds. And it's like just for me freestyling like it's like a Transformers type of effect. Thanks to my friend Suzu that gave me the note of like putting the two eyes inside of the window, so it actually looks like it's the robot that is. Because first I only had like one circle. So we have the sound effect of like a car crashing, and this is something really cool. I'm going to extend my screen to say this. Boop. So I know that I'm going to make another pass on the Animatic, and the cool thing about adding the sounds at this stage is that I came up with new ideas that I didn't when I was drawing the storyboards. And for example, the car, even though I draw the car there, I try to put the sound of the car in a way that I can actually animate on top of the sound. Let's look, let's hear. I'll keep the screen like that. Let's hear the car. So I hear like something like, so I'm going to make like the car going like that way, and then poop, snap into this, when exploding. And that's an idea that came up by hearing these sound effects. It's not something that I planned by drawing. So that's cool, because we have to keep moving forward with the project. And in every step of the project, as we move forward, I found something new to add or to improve on the project. It's better than just staying there like fucking looking at the Animatic for hours trying to find every possibility. No, I continue, and then I build the project. So these are actual Chihuahua sounds. So I went to YouTube like Chihuahua sound effects, like Chihuahuas, and I started watching these videos of owners of Chihuahuas making those Chihuahuas scream and do crazy shit. And I was like, that'll be super cool if I'm also being super specific on the sound design that I use, and I'm not using like any random dog, but I'm using a specific Chihuahua sound effect. So that's what I use here, and I took three different chihuahuas from three different videos, and then I put all of those on top of the other. So this one here, let me put a color black. Let me put a label. Let's put a purple, magenta. Let's put a magenta. So this is one chihuahua, this is another chihuahua, this is another chihuahua. Let me put another color so I can differentiate these motherfuckers. Violet. Now this is a classic thing that I always remember from Dexter Labs and all of those old cartoons. They cut into the part that is, for example, falling. If something is falling, they cut to that part and they put the sound effects of an airplane falling and about to crash. And I did the same shit here, and I was like, okay, I remember how they used to do that thing on the old cartoons, so I'll try to do it here. And that's what I did here. And it's like an airplane crashing sound effect on this hand going down. And then it's like, I don't know if this sound of like moving forward, like these like an old chair wood sound effect. I remember like the fucking, what is the name of this show? Courage, the dog, the fucking dog that is scared about everything. In Spanish we call Coraje el perro cobarde. So it's going like the front and the side. You hear all of those shits that I put here. So my favorite is when they do it falls, when the body of that thing falls. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again. Of course, these violet voices are mine. I tried to record the voice of this dude, but I'll do it better. Dude, there is a video in YouTube. It's like spin sound effect, and it's like first shot, and then there is like first shot, and then it starts spinning, but we don't see the dude. We just see the shoes and the pee falling. And I was like, no fucking way. They just grab that. So okay, we have to make a woman here screaming, and hear it carefully. I put that animal sound. I don't know how in English is, but burro. I put that fucking animal in the background. I think it's this one. Here, if I mute this. Hear this. So, there. Imagine if I just go like this crazy. And then we have Now, another thing. Look at the animatic and and hear the sounds that I included here. So the audio here allows me to take a better decision in terms of animation, because here I made the animatic of all the dudes like going like a complete run cycle, but then I found a sound effect that it was like whoosh, whoosh. So now instead of animating a complete run cycle, I'll make them disappear like boom, boom, the other one. Look, hear the sound effect. So those are the things that I could improve or like change in this stage of sound effects that builds on top of the overall project. And then just by doing that, now I'm like amazing. This is an amazing opportunity to save time for this. Save time during the animation process. I'm missing a sound effect here. Look here. I'm missing sound effect here. thing. I found like a sound effect, and I'm like, oh, I would like to add that animation here. So I'm going to revisit the animatic and add that because actually, when you end up vomiting, puking, it's normal that people is like after vomiting. So I'm like, those things are very specific, and if I can come up with super funny drawings, level up, level up, level up. So interesting detail here. I found like vomiting sound effects that are too long, so I look on YouTube. Diarrhea sound effect. Genius, genius, guys, genius. You have a genius. And if you listen carefully, let me mute everything, only the diarrhea. I don't know which is the vomiting. Garganta, sonido. Diarrhea sound effect. This is the diarrhea sound effect. And just let's listen to that one more time. And this is what I called building the audio, the audios per layers, like layering the audios. I don't know if that's a real thing, or if any sound designer will be like, Henry, you're talking fucking shit that doesn't exist. I feel like when I treat audio, it's like I put different layers of audio to build to make like a fucking package of disgusting shit. So I have the diarrhea audio, I have the vomiting audio, I have some bubble audios, I think, and I have some water effects audio, and I build all of those one on top of the other, pack, 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 pack. And when I put play on that shit, it sounds like and that's the final result that I get on these vomiting things. So let's hear everything together. Actually, I recorded something of that, so there's a featuring of my voice there. Will be doing like let's try to find my amazing voice acting here. Where am I? Robot, no. The concha to another mysterious, no. Lap bubble, no. Robot eyes, no. Vomit sound. I think this is mine. No. I wish that's mine. Let me see. Solo. No, that's too perfect to be mine. That's mine. So this one is mine. And that's the same thing. I build layers on top of layers of audio. Amazing comment there. It's too much work, guys. It's too much work. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? A super classic cartoon effect I put here from a very popular show. I'll not say the name. So, I'm still thinking if I should have done whoop and whoosh effect. Now this is one of my favorite parts. Listen carefully. Do you hear that? Let's go again. Do you hear that? Okay, let me solo this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I knew that I had to put like the fucking chicken over there. I was also thinking about putting an elephant, and I put an elephant and a chicken, but it was too fucking much. It was too much, so I just left that one. And I also have like a boat cruise type of sound effect here. Hear this. So layer on top of layer on top of layer, and I have this thing here. Amazingness. This reminds me to the game I used to play in PlayStation 2. I think the games of Crash Bandicoot. There was a game about cars, Crash with cars, and there was like a menu and you were waiting for another screen to load, and you have to press many different buttons, and all of those were fart sound effects, and it reminds me to this. Are not the same fart sound effects, but I remember those all good times. Oh. This sound effect here is my air fryer. So I went there to the kitchen and I record my air fryer. Yeah, you hear that? Amazing. Oh, this is also, I think, me opening the air fryer. There you go. And then here I combine two crazy things. Listen to this one, listen to this one, and listen to the one that I put on top. Super crazy. Hear this one. Let's hear both. Now let's hear everything together. And the cool thing is, like, it merges with the scream of the woman naked, and it makes like one flow between audios, and it's something cool. That's the sound design effects that I added today. The thing that I have done and started there. I didn't thought it was going to take me a lot of time. I think I'm adding even more sounds, putting more time and love that I did on Dogshot. I don't remember that I had too many sounds on Dogshot. Well, maybe because I also have many things here, many characters also. So that's really nice. That's really nice, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Let me make this bigger because I want to say bye. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.